Thank you so much for speaking with me.
Of course, Dana.
Movie. This was just, it was fun, emotional, and I just really loved watching every part of it. And so what I loved about Selina was there was a sense of purity and honesty. And so I was wondering with that, it seems like she has a large circle of friends. We see her interact a lot with other people. But one of the things that I was really wondering was that, is she so much of a caregiver that she doesn't really have time for herself?
I definitely think she is definitely a caregiver, that she does not have time for herself, and the fact that she's the oldest of many kids back in the country, and she's got this huge responsibility being the eldest daughter to back in society. It really mattered who the oldest daughter marries, because if she marries into a good family with wealth, that she brings a lot of those riches into the lives of a sibling as well. So I believe that will be in one of the deleted scenes, because it was just so much beautiful stuff in the film that we had to pick and choose which ones end up making the final cut. But there's definitely a moment where Selina talks about the responsibility that she has on her shoulders, and really it's not that Selina has all of these friends, but it's that Julia roams a very, very high society circle where everyone is very social and goes to these balls, and they talk to each other and they meet with each other. And what Selina has, like you mentioned, the purity of soul, is that she is who she is. She can't pretend to be someone else, though she's been asked to pretend to be someone else. It's practically impossible for who she is as a person to 100% go along with that plan. So she's going along with that plan, but her true self is kind of like, fighting its way through. And that just makes her, which kind of like makes her very, I don't know the word amenable, but also very attractive to a lot of people, because she speaks her mind, she speaks out with clarity and conviction. And that makes it very attractive for people around her, because she has a lot to say.
She agrees to help Julia along with this plot. And so through this, she ends up getting her feelings or end up caught up in the situation. And so I was wondering, during any point of time, do you feel that Lena really thought about Julia's feelings as opposed to this pursuing of Malcolm happened?
Julia's feelings about what? So I understand the question properly. It got cut off, so I didn't get that question properly.
In regards to how Julia is feeling, she wants revenge. And what ends up happening is Selina ends up kind of more involved with this emotionally. And right. So does she at any point kind of feel guilty or sorry for putting her own heart a little bit ahead of what Julia really wants?
I don't think that Selina thought that she was going to have her own heart caught up in all of this. I think she literally thinks she's going in to just play a little part in a little play that Julia, kind of orchestrated, and she is just a pawn in all of this. And so I don't really think she thinks anything beyond that. She just goes along with the flow. But I do think that she cares for how her friend who's been jilted, she does care for the emotions of her friend, because she first sees the little cartoon, the little caricature in a little kind of handout that she sees in the countryside of a friend being made fun of in society. And she's really upset by it, because she's upset for her friend, and she can't believe this humiliation has been is what her friend is going through. And so she wants to be there for her friend. And when she reluctantly agrees to be part of the plot, it's only because she cares for her friend. And so I don't think that Selina ever walks into this plot thinking, I'm going to fall in love with this man. But as she starts falling in love with this man, she's quite taken aback by the fact that Julia's kind of read him a little wrong. And so I don't know if she feels guilt, but she definitely feels the need to let Julia know that he is not the man she's making him up to be, and that she's possibly not seeing this clearly because she's been so hurt. But really, the list that he has is fair in the sense that we all have a list of requirements. You know, we all have a certain standard. We don't just want to settle, and he's got some standards. And so I think there's going to be, it's more like of a feeling of a moral conflict in a way, that now I'm part of this plan with a man that doesn't really deserve this. But at the same time, how my friend was treated was equally unfair. So it's really a moral conflict that Selina is treading between Malcolm and Julia.
You feel that the qualities of Malcolm and also the qualities of Selina, how do they best kind of complement each other during this whole situation?
In this whole situation, though Malcolm is a lot more guarded than Selina, and he's a lot more measured, and he's afraid of being hurt, and which is because he's so afraid of being hurt, he comes across as so stuffy, but he is not really stuffy, and Selina sees that. And I think the quality of Malcolm and Selina is that they can be themselves with each other, that they disarm each other right away. And that is what helps Selina see Malcolm for who he is. And I think that is how they complement each other. They bring out the best in each other because they are able to disarm each other.
This was a truly enjoyable movie, and I loved it very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for watching.